Okay, alrighty. So let's go ahead and skip right on over to the e-wallet stuff, right? Most of you all have been here with us for a while and have seen how I do my presentations. Of course, we are supporting Al-Rajhi packages this year. If you haven't received the information about our specific packages, you can go ahead and message us on WhatsApp, and I can go ahead and share that PDF with you. WhatsApp is the best place to message us. We've got a whole team dedicated to answer those questions. So if you go ahead and ask questions there, you should definitely get a much faster response than if you just text the normal number or call the normal number. Now, of course, you have two options on how to go ahead and top up your e-wallet. At this point, we're recommending everyone choose the credit card option because of the short amount of time between now and when selling is going to start. Even if selling does not start on Sunday, as has been, given as the start date by the ministry, it might get delayed because of the back end issues, but at most it might get delayed by a couple of days, right? Not a sufficient amount of time to do that bank transfer. So at this point, we're recommending everyone do the credit card option. Now, I am going to go over the main troubleshooting that we have to do for these, but I just want to make sure everyone knows the basic information about activating your e-wallet. So bear with me, brothers and sisters. The main thing you got to remember is that you're only going to be able to use a Visa or MasterCard, but you can use a credit or debit card, right? If your debit card is a Visa debit card, right? Not all ATM cards or debit cards are made the same. Some of them are just able to be used at the ATM. Some debit cards can be used to make purchases. If yours is set up as a Visa card, you will be able to use it to make your to top up your e-wallet. The only thing to consider with the debit option is most times there is limits to how much you can charge at one time on a debit card. So one thing we'll talk about even when we talk about troubleshooting is to make sure you first try like a small payment. Don't try a massive payment. Maybe like 1,000 real or 500 real the first time around, just to see if your debit card can be used. And then you can always give a call to the bank and tell them, hey, I need to make a large purchase on my debit card. Can you go ahead and extend my credit on that, or like my ability to purchase on that? And then the final thing that I would recommend is worst case scenario, if they're not letting you do more than like $2,000 and your only option is that debit option, we would recommend, you still can use it. You just would have to do it as separate transactions. Nusuk allows an unlimited number of transactions, right? You can use like 4 different credit cards, 10 different credit cards / debit cards. You can make 15 different transactions, as much you need to do to get your e-wallet to the right amount for your package. So you're going to click this, option, the credit card option. You're going to put the Saudi Riyal amount. Now, one of the main issues that's happening right now, we noticed, is that people are not able to put large amounts in via their credit card or their debit card, right? So if you're getting rejected, try a smaller amount to see if that goes through. Try 1,000 real. I've seen everybody, there's a lot of people who call in, they're like, our payments aren't going through. I did this on the phone with a couple people. Maybe they're in this meeting and can they won't be able to unmute themselves, but could chime in and say that this worked for them. But we basically did 1,000 real, that worked. 5,000 real, that worked. 10,000 real, that worked. So at that point, I was able to determine, it's not an issue with Nusuk. It's basically the fraud department of whichever credit card or debit card you're using is preventing you from being able to put such a large amount that's a foreign basically payment on your card. So instead of calling the regular customer service at your credit card or your bank, what we're recommending is you call specifically the fraud department and tell them, look, I'm trying to make this international payment. I'm able to make it for X amount and Y amount, but when I try to increase it to like 20,000 real or yeah, like 20,000 real or 30,000 real, it's not letting me make the payment. And they should be able to go ahead and take off any holds on your account. So you'll be able to go ahead and do that. And now everyone here at this point should know, if you've been around my meetings, that there is a 1.5% processing fee on Nusuk's end for refunds. So Nusuk doesn't charge you anything on top when you're putting your money in the e-wallet, but if you need to, God forbid, get a refund for any reason, or if you put a little bit extra in order to ensure your package, getting your package, and you need the difference refunded, whatever the amount needs to be refunded, there'll be a 1.5% processing fee on that. So, of course, this was a sample that we did way back in the beginning of January. So we put $10 in there. But of course, you guys at the minimum should try to do 1,000 if you're still having issues. Okay, this is another page where you want to make sure your information matches what's on record, which is your billing address information. So just go ahead and make sure that you put in your the first name and last name of the person whose credit card you're using, the state, city, all the address information basically. Now, this doesn't seem to be an issue in Nusuk anymore, but just in case for some reason you get rejected, when you put the numerical characters, just go ahead and do it as alphanumeric, like basically spell out the numbers, and you should be able to proceed. Okay, so this is the page where you basically go ahead and put in your package info, your credit card or debit card information, and you'll be able to pay now. Now, this is the page where I know a lot of you are getting stuck, where you go ahead and pay now, and you get like this is the filled in information, and you'll get you won't get the confirmation message. Instead, you'll get a error of some sort. It seems like 90% of the time I've been through this with at least 30 people personally in the last 2 days. It's really an issue of the payment amount being too much for the credit card or financial institution. So you go ahead, try to make a payment of 1,000 real. If it goes through, try 5,000. If that goes through, try 10,000. And once you hit that high enough amount where it's giving you a little bit of pushback, go ahead and call the fraud department associated with your product, whether that be a debit card or a credit card, in order to get some assistance on that. Now, the secondary issue with the credit cards that's happening is that, with the payments, is that there's some people who made payments and their payment is not showing up on Nusuk. Like basically their e-wallet is not being like the e-wallet is not being updated with the amount that was topped up. We were told that it should have been resolved by now. So if you are still having that issue where your top up amount isn't showing up, and you have in your credit card or banking app the proof that basically the payment has been processed, please do two things. Number one, take screenshot of your bank app or wherever it's showing that the payment was taken out from Nusuk. Number two, take a screenshot of your top up of your e-wallet, like the e-wallet here. This is the one I'm talking about. This thing over here, where it's showing you the payment, and go ahead and this screen, take a screenshot of this and send it over to the Al-Fajr WhatsApp so I can forward it over. But also send an email to Nusuk with those two screenshots attached and be like, hey, it's been X amount of days, my e-wallet has not been updated yet. So those are the two main issues that we're having. I'm going to quickly go through as many of the questions we have before I go ahead and hop out of this call. Like I said, we are going to, I'm going to see if Rahima's finished that Google form because she needed to put the availability of all the tour guides for tomorrow. But if it hasn't been done by now, inshallah, it will be put in the WhatsApp group. And at the same time, Sister Farhana has already put her information in the WhatsApp group. She's kindly offered to help walk through people with the topping up their e-wallet. So she'll be there to assist you. and her number is listed on that WhatsApp post. So please definitely shoot her a message instead of calling her, so she can tell you the best time for the two of, where she could connect with you to help you with your e-wallet issue. So, and if you have any additional questions, what I would say is I'm going to go ahead and try to go through these real quick so I can hop into the next call. But any additional questions, feel free to come to our open office hours. I'll do an extended version today. You will see on the schedule, even tomorrow, I have like 3 hours scheduled for the morning, 3 hours scheduled for the evening. So until selling is done, you'll see me. I know you haven't seen me the last 2 days. It was because I was working on getting these issues resolved with the Saudi team. So inshallah, tomorrow's webinar will also provide you with a lot of good details. Definitely join us. We'll give you basically the final rundown information on how much information we have on selling, what our concerns are, what we want you to be mentally prepared for. So definitely join us for that tomorrow. Okay. So somebody asked, do I need to put the full amount now? Yes, brother. If you are trying to book a package for this year's Hajj, we recommend putting in the full amount now. When selling starts, you are going to, they're doing it worldwide basically, and I'm going to talk about this tomorrow. And so the issue is going to be you're not going to have a lot of time to check out. And on top of that, there's going to be a lot of people trying to come on Nusuk at the same time. The e-wallet feature at that point is going to be very hard to top up your e-wallet. So whatever package you've put in your cart, just make sure the amount that is in your e-wallet is sufficient for that. And I would recommend go ahead and take care of that today or at the latest tomorrow, so that you are prepared in case anything opens up on Sunday. Brother Ziad, I have already gone ahead and sent over the pictures you sent in regards to the shifting package. But if you could do me a favor, they were a little blurry. Send me new pictures. I'm going to go ahead and send that over right now and see if we can get that issue corrected for you. Brother Nestor, I was able to top up my e-wallet using different credit cards. The charges are still in pending status. If the booking is open and they're still in the pending status in my credit card transaction, will I have a problem? Brother Nestor, look at your e-wallet. It's not about the pending status, it's about what is showing up on your e-wallet. If the money is showing here, you're good to go. If the money is not showing here in this thing right here on your dashboard, then there is an issue. Can I have 2 credit cards on the wallet at the same time to split the cost of the trip? You can basically do 2 transactions. Nusuk does not save your credit card information. So basically you'd use credit card number 1, top up like I showed you, and then you would use credit card number 2, enter in all the information and top it up as well. Okay. Sunday night, someone's asking about the exact time that packages are going to open up, if they open up on Sunday. What I want to emphasize is we do not have a specific time. It does not, there's no specific time given to us for Sunday. So we don't even know if it's going to happen on Sunday. So inshallah, we on our end, what we're doing is on top of everything that Nusuk is doing on their end, Al-Rajhi is doing on their end to make sure they keep us informed. Me and my team are basically nonstop refreshing Nusuk to make sure we keep on top of when packages will go live. Okay, brother Javid Patel, who's saying that your MasterCard isn't working. It's supposed to take MasterCard. If you could go ahead and message me with the exact brand of card you have, so I can look it up and double check if there's any issue with that. It may just be the card is the fraud, basically there's a hold on the card, or the card itself is not letting you make that payment. So again, I would reach out to the fraud department at MasterCard. Yes, to everyone saying that do I have to put the full amount in? Yes. Basically, I will walk through this one more time tomorrow, inshallah. But the way that selling works is that you have to go ahead and put in the full amount into the e-wallet and then check out with it. So you could technically wait till selling opens up. You'll know the full amount of your package, upload money into your e-wallet at that time, and then check out. The concern there is that at that time, there's going to be so many people trying to put money into their e-wallet that you will not be able to do so. I totally understand the different concerns people have with this, but this is what, is the standard practice across the board. Of course, you have to see your situation and decide what the best option is for you. If you don't get a package, they would have to refund you. There is a 1.5% amount taken out as a processing fee by Nusuk to keep in mind. Okay, the brother asking for the customer service phone number, please look at our WhatsApp group. Sister Farhana left a message in there. Is there enough time to do a bank transfer? Sister, we highly advise you to go with the option where you do the credit card, because they're saying that selling is going to start on Sunday. Bank transfer will not go through in that amount of time. Okay, can we add multiple packages as preferred? No, it is still just one option. And at this point, I'm assuming you can just do one option as a preferred and one as a configured. Okay. Jazakallah khairan, my wallet reflects. Okay, perfect. So Brother Nestor, then you're all set. I'm sorry, I know we kept this really short. I just wanted to make sure I'm able to verbally explain to as many of you as possible what some of the troubleshooting issues were with e-wallet. What we're doing is next, if any of you were in the same boat where you're trying to get, you're trying to go to a different country while you're going on Hajj, we're doing a 30-minute session on those international flights in Musafir right after this, literally starting in 2 minutes. So join us there. If you just have additional questions on e-wallet, unfortunately, I have to hop off of this call in order to go into that call, but we do have our open office hours. The link for all the webinars are in the WhatsApp group. Inshallah, join us there. Thank you so much, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Assalamu alaikum.